in a race. So let's do that. Hi guys, I'm in the living room. This is my air conditioner in the living room. It's a little noisy. Today I plan to remove the bearings and put some new bearings on. First thing to do is to switch off the unit and unplug the power. Okay, unplug the power. Remove the filters. I've got the cover off, and these are the cables that go directly to the motor, like that. Behind the power box is the motor assembly. The next thing to do is to disconnect the motor from the squirrel cage fan. You can get access to this screw. You see the screw in there? So here's the motor assembly. It's got a bearing at the back here, and by the looks of it, a bearing here at the top. This squirrel cage fan cannot go out that way. It has to come out from this side. It's quite tricky. So this plastic casing has to come off before the squirrel cage can come out. Push your tail there, sweetie. Hi. You're a good boy. You going to sleep? Okay, you sleep. And you can watch me fix the air conditioner. Pull it out. Now inside here is another bearing. So many screws. That's better. One squirrel cage fan. This is the side that had the gap, and you can see the little hex screw down there. Now you can see inside where the fan used to be, and that needs to be cleaned as well. And that's what it looks like. Maybe a little bit hard to see on camera, but there's quite a lot of dust in the little curves in the blades and these levers. So I'm going to use just a plain bathroom cleaner. Okay guys, here we have the motor unit. It has a housing and also some rubber grommets on the inside. I'm going to put a mark here and also one here. So those two little arrow marks will help me to reassemble it. I also bought 2 NTM bearings. I also bought a bearing puller, a very cheap one from Amazon. Hopefully this will be able to remove the bearings. So this cover has little clips here on the front. Comes off like this. And the cable goes through this. Take off these grommets, one on the back. And there's a steel plate here that has to come off. And see if I can pry this off gently. the front side is all sealed in. Maybe I can pull it straight out. It's very strong magnets. So that goes there. This ring can actually go back on. Okay, so let's grab the bearing puller. Here it comes. Oh. Okay, so there we have it. There's one bearing off. Good. Now for the other bearing. So this bolt is centered here on the shaft, and these two prongs are pulling on the outside bearing race. Here we go. There we have it. It's off. Old bearings, the bearing puller, it worked very well. Let's see if these bearings are right. So this is the new bearing. The outside is the same. I could use this little vise to press it on, but I'd have to take off this jaw. Let's try that. And maybe with this configuration we can push the bearing in. Worth a try. Had that centered up. I can't do it. There's no clearance for it. Let's tap it on. Okay, so I have this little socket I can put on here and tap only on the inner race. So let's do that. Oh, okay, so it's gone past the first part. Now I need a slightly different socket. I did find a nut which can go over here, and it just sits on the inner race, and with the socket we can just tap it down ever so gently. What about a spark plug socket? I'm not liking it. Okay, let's turn this around and hit it on this side. Well, that's it. There you go. It's in. Where's my bearing? I temporarily misplaced this bearing. I found it, so it's okay. So I'm going to use the base of the vise, tap it in gently. Okay, so now the two new bearings are on. Time to reassemble. This one has to go back in. Then there's the cap. I had a spring washer here, and it should lock down. See if we can't push this down by hand without banging it with the hammer. It's down, it's in. So that's all back together now and running quite smooth. One has to go back on here. We put the cable back through here. Little clips. So now I'm going to clean the other parts. Alright guys, it's been a couple of hours. I've cleaned the squirrel cage fan. I'm pretty sure it's called a squirrel cage fan, but maybe I'm wrong. I've cleaned it. All these little fins had to be cleaned, and also these louvers. The air conditioner that I have, the louvers are very easy to take out. Other ones not so. But the end of this here sticks into this end cap. It's not actually a ball race bearing. It's like a nylon bearing of some kind. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this black grease. A little bit of grease in here. I think that should be good. It's time to put it back together. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like, and if you have any comments, please leave them down in the comment section, and have yourself a great day. See you next time.